go one better. He's got Trent Kelly in behind him, so good work from Trent. As we see it coming together nicely here. And MX3 still 34 entries remaining in MX3, so a decent field of entries, fabulous to see, and really exciting racing, especially from that man in the front. Peter Boone on the Mach 1 Yamaha, he's flying up the top of the hill, and he comes through the rapid section at the moment. In behind him, Callum Dudson from Rotor Vegas there on the THS Moto supported machine. We've got DC Darren Capel in third place. He's got a little bit of a buffer there back to Trent Kelly in fourth, so can DC hang on? Can he get on the podium? He had a couple of podium trips in Rotorua round number 2. And we're going to find out in this one here if he can hang on to that one there. The godfather of Digger McEwen, DC Darren Capel, he's an absolute legend, and so far he's in that podium contention. But Trent there, it's a good showing here from one of our top performers. Liam Cooling, Jamie Bennett still there, 4th and 5th place, or 5th and 6th place that'll be. Also got quite a few coming through there as we see unfolding nicely. MX3, this is brought to us by Taupo Power Sports, your new home of all things moto in the Taupo area. And great to have them on board here as part of round 3 of our Aon, Fox and Pirelli New Zealand Motocross Championships for 2023, and your major sponsor here is Penny Homes for the weekend. We've got rounds 3 and 4 back-to-back, Saturday and Sunday, so it's going to be something special. Do come back here tomorrow. We're going to have an absolute showdown on our hands as our championships all nicely poised. Hamish Harwood with a nice advantage in MX125. We've got a decent points advantage for Cody Cooper in MX2. MX1 wide open, absolutely all on there. Our ladies only 3 points in that championship so far. We've still got a race to go for all of those guys, including a couple for MX1. So that'll be on the line next in about 7.5 minutes plus elapsed time as an update of your top 10 here as we see it. We've got still Peter Boone out in front. Callum Dudson there is in second place, and Darren Capel still there with the third. We've got Trent Kelly in fourth. Jamie Bennett's up into fifth place, ahead of Thomas Robinson, ahead of Liam Cooling. Harrison Chisel there in eighth place. Brendan McCaskey up into ninth. That's a better showing from Brendan, with Jack Swift there, and Cody Lush rounding out our top 12. There's a massive 34 entries in MX3. It's fabulous. And there's been some great racing. We had some superstars at round number 2. We also had a good field of entries at our first round in Balclutha. Not part of the overall points for the championship, but great showing. And that round won by the legendary Brad Thomas. So fabulous that we can have some of the future talent on display in New Zealand motocross, but also some of the legends out there as well. This is just fabulous. So about halfway through race number 2 for MX3, brought to us by Taupo Power Sports. And it really is a case of catch me if you can for Peter Boone on that new Mach 1 Yamaha. Absolutely flying. Callum Dudson there in second place, had a second in race number 1. So this is some good championship points rolling through for him on that THS Moto supported machine. And then DC Darren Capel still doing a wonderful job, and he is hanging on to that third place. He's got a good little battle in behind him as well with Trent Kelly and Jamie Bennett. That's going on through the dual lane section at the moment. And then look out for Thomas Robinson there. It's a much better showing here, a podium trip here in round number 2. Now returning to some of his better form that he's shown in early parts of this championship is Peter Boone. Absolutely on fire here. Had the win here this morning. We'll have to repeat the dose here, and with that he will extend the championship points lead even further in MX3 racing. So a fabulous show for the former New Zealand junior motocross champion. He's on the Mach 1 Yamaha for the first time this weekend, and just logged the fastest lap of the race to a 2:23.9, so he is about 4 seconds quicker than anyone else's fastest lap. So that just goes to show an absolute domination on the cards here, the likeable young man. We've got Callum Dudson still there in second place. Darren Capel still hanging on to that fabulous third. We've got Jamie Bennett up into fourth place, so that's fabulous. And we also see Trent Kelly and Thomas Robinson. Great little fight going on for 5th and 6th place. Harrison Chisel there in 7th. Liam Cooling's dropped down to 8th place. Brendan McCaskey is there with Jack Swift rounding out our top 10. And go back to William Caldray there. That'll be about 11th place. And Cody Lush around about 12th place for Cody. There's some pretty quality names still right throughout this entire field. And 34 strong pack. MX3 competitors brought to us by Topor Power Sports. And just now 4 minutes plus a lap remaining, and it's an 8.8 second lead. Peter Boone, what a domination this has been. He had the overall points victory at round number 2, and ever since then he's shown them his class. Fabulous lead here at the moment. So there's Peter leading ahead of Callum. That's your 1 and 2 as they go over centre point flying. And then look out, it's still with Darren Cable, so DC Darren Cable, but he's under a bit of pressure now. He's got a hard-charging Jamie Bennett right in behind him, with Jamie snuck himself on the podium in race number 1. He'd love to repeat the dose here and carry on there. Also got Thomas Robinson, who was a podium getter at one of the earlier rounds, so he'd love to get back into that sort of frame as well. Trent Kelly's not out of touch with Harrison Chisel as well. So you got 1 and 2. They've got a decent commanding lead over the rest of the pack, but then in behind that, absolutely all on. So podium contention for a number of different riders, and it's going to take the entire remaining minutes in this race. There's only 3 minutes plus a lap still remaining as our race leader is coming around the final couple of corners. He'll tick off yet another lap. And then with that 3 minutes left to go, it should be 2 more laps before the time expires. So we've got 3 laps to go here in MX3. This is exciting, and coming up next, talking about exciting, at MX1 Championship, which is now, we believe, a 15-point lead. Maximus Purvis, can he hang on to that? Have we got more in store from Cody Cooper and Hamish Harwood? It's going to be intriguing. 20 minutes plus a lap, and that's coming up next on the program. Brought to us by Penny Holmes, our big pivotal MX1 race. As the updates coming through here for our top 10 in MX3, it's still Peter Boone, Callum Dudson there in a quality 2nd place. We've got Darren Cable under immense pressure from Jamie Bennett, but still hanging on to 3rd place. Thomas Robinson there. Harrison Chisel is the one in 6th place. Trent Kelly ahead of Brendan McCaskey and Liam Cooling, with Jack Swift, William Coldrake, Cody Lush. Then go back to Cody Shepherd. Well done to Cody Shepherd. One of the ones that made the trip down to the South Island for round number 1. That was a fabulous showing there, and that's them sitting at about 13th place at the moment. So some quality championship points up for grabs here. This championship started at round number 2, so that was their first round. This is their round number 2 here today, and their round 3 will be tomorrow. There's 2 races up for grabs, and we're going to crown an MX3 national champion for 2023. It's been fabulous. Some of the racing we've had out of this class has been top-notch, and the quality and depth of the field is true class at the moment. So Peter Boone leads comfortably ahead of Callum Dudson. That battle for the podium, you can throw a T-tail over 3 of them as they go around the southern end of Digger McEwen. It's still Darren Cable, Jamie Bennett, and then Thomas Robinson. It's all on there, and then Harrison Chisel and Trent Kelly are just in behind that battle as well. So that's that one there, with only about a minute left on the clock. We've got our race leader into the sawdust, so I think there'll still be enough time on the clock to sneak in 1 more lap before that white flag comes out. So we'll wait and see. We'll see what the clock's doing when we have it. Peter's got a couple of corners still to go. He's over the dam jump now at the moment. Cullen on that THS Moto supported machine. Wonderful 2nd place. He's in line for back-to-back trips to the podium, but this is the battle for the outside of the podium. DC Darren Cable under immense pressure. Jamie Bennett tries to go up the inside, can't quite do it. Kate shuts the door on him. And then look out for Thomas there as well on his KTM. So Brady goes through, and there's still time on the clock, so no white flag yet. That'll come out next lap around, so 2 laps to go for our race leader. And then Callum in 2nd place. Here is that battle for the podium. Jamie's got himself into 3rd place, so with the update has now changed into the hands of Jamie Bennett from Ratahi. It's fabulous to see. And can he hang on to that one there? He'll have a couple of laps still to hang on. DC is right there, Darren Cable. And then look out Thomas Robinson on the number 40 machine on the Moto HQ unforeseen decals and Crown Kiwi supported KTM from the Naki. He could play spoiler to the party here. He's not out of this one yet. 2 laps to go for our podium fight. as Peter Boone and Callum Dudson. They are long gone. There's 14 seconds between first and second, and then another 17 from second back to that podium fight. So you'd have to think 1 and 2 surely written in stone there. It'll take something disastrous for them to be docked to their podiums there, surely. But Jamie Bennett, Darren Cable, Thomas Robinson, who's going to prevail for the final podium spot? There's some championship points up for grabs as well. MX3, it's an enthralling campaign, as some of the races are only here for the first time in the championship, like Jamie Bennett. And you've got Thomas Robinson and Darren Cable. They've been to the other round in Rotorua as well. So has Peter Boone, but no Danny Merriman here this weekend. He was second in points coming into the weekend. He's not here with us, but Darren Cable third in the championship. Thomas Robinson, he's only 4 points behind Capes when they come into this round, so he's still well and truly handy to the points. And William Coldray, who is fifth coming into this one here, he's sitting inside the top 10 here, so some more quality points coming his way. So this is going to be an enthralling campaign to keep our eyes on, as Peter Boone into the sawdust here. He's only got a couple of corners, and he'll grab that white flag. And if he can hang on to this one here, he'll stretch that out. He had a 5-point lead over Danny, an 8-point lead over Capes coming to this one here. The race win here this morning, and looking on to go back-to-back surely from here, with the white flag ready and waiting for him. He's not far away from ticking that one off, and he'll carry on in true domination on the brand new Mach 1 Yamaha for this weekend. He's flying. A white flag out. Peter Boone, 1 lap to go for the former New Zealand junior motocross champion. He's in Dream Street at the moment, just can't put a foot wrong. And look out for Callum Dudson there on the THS Moto supported machine. That's going to be back-to-back seconds in line for him. He's got 1 more lap to hang on to that one there. And then we go to our podium fight. This is in the hands now of Jamie Bennett on the 486 machine. He has a little bit of a buffer back to Thomas Robinson, and then Capes has drifted back to 5th place. And Capes is going to have to look out, because he's got Harrison Chisel and Trent Kelly right in behind him. So don't rule those two out behind Capes, as that podium fight rages on. Jamie Bennett now in command of 3rd place, and could be on for a repeat podium. I think this could be the first time we'll see a repeat podium, as Preet Cullen and Jamie 1, 2 and 3 in this one here. Thomas Robinson, Darren Cable, Harrison Chisel and Trent Kelly. What a quality top 7, and we're on the final lap of this Topor Power Sports supported MX3 Race 2.
Well, you know, you have a look back through there, Brad. Look at a Richard Furs and a Jordan Moore, for example. We've seen Jordan in the Manua too, and he can win a few good MX3 races. And look at that, he's even struggling to make the top 10 here. Not because he's a bad rider, far from it. He's improved, but so too is everybody else. We're just lifting the game all the time. Take somebody like Peter Boone. Peter's sort of had a stagnant spot in his junior racing. And then just towards the end of his time, he just went bang again, and he's exited the junior scene mainly, although he's still there on the edge of it. But now here he is hitting MX3, and it's just like, man, I'll just own this and dominate it, and it's just so cool to see. So well done. And having our hero Darren Capel in here as well, the man that's done more laps around Digger McEwen than anybody else. Nobody can take that challenge. Nobody's anywhere near. I would think actually probably a Brad Groombridge might be a second to him, but it would be a distant second there. That's my philosophy on it. So Darren Capel and Digger McEwen. Remembering, after all, he spent most of his formidable years, this is where he first started to race. His father is the man who I call the patron saint of mini motocross in New Zealand, the great Ken Capel. He started this little track that's over behind us here, and he got junior motocross in New Zealand going. We owe so much to that family. They've been incredible. Of course, he owned a bike shop. He's been a bike mechanic by trade. He's now in an engineering role, working at the Fonterra factory outside of Whakatane, and just an all-round good guy. So keen to see. There he is, 55, checkered flag coming out. Peter Boone, there it is. So Peter to do it. Well done. Go Sean all the way. Sean out there. Mr. Sean Drysdale picking up the next result. And I tell you what, Sean this morning looking about a 30th place. I think on this one it's probably going to be a bit of an improvement on that. So let's hope it can be. as he swings it up all the way. And I'll just want to, oh no, we've jumped the screen there, so sorry, we'll come back that one. Anyway, Preda, Cullum and Jamie, as we talk, I think I need to ask Jamie about the sheep shearing this time, because so proud of that man and what he's achieved for his school, but sheep shearing like no other. But there it is, as Brad said, a repeat performance. I left Brad to do most of the commentating that one. Why? Because I was having to catch up with the officials behind the scenes, folks. I can tell you this meeting is absolutely rocking at the moment. It is going so well. The whole championship is a testament to it as well. We're having some climatic racing, and the calibre just goes on and on. Big smile on the face of club president and Bevan Wheel because of the presentation here today. He's so proud of the club, and so we should be. Look at this, for little old New Zealand at the bottom end of the world, bringing such quality motocross to this sport that we love. So bring it home with so many cool sponsors. In fact, there is a great list of them in the program that I would like to update, including Motul, Taupo Power Sports, MX Timing, Max's Tyres, Ctas, Guntrip Logistics, GGL Site Development, along with Unforeseen. Go to First Choice Engravers and Badges, Taupo Smash Repairs. Thank you to the team. You've been supporting us for more than, probably a decade and a half, maybe even 2 decades. Groombridge Refrigeration, home with Panasonic and Mitsubishi Air Conditioning and Heat Pumps. Daryl August Motorcycles, for sales, service and spares. We ride what we sell, of course, with Aon Fox and Pirelli, along with Penny Homes, and this massive list that we've got in here, including Hooker Honda, Kia Trailers, Sign On, Suzuki, Yamaha, Honda, along with Pro Moto. We have also Townley Builders, More FM, Motul Oils, Mark Haynes Builders, Total Energies, Bike Talk, Rapids Jets. The list goes on. We are really appreciative of so many quality sponsors putting together this great part of paradise that we call Digger McKeown. Bring it home with Penny Homes. Penny Homes, homes to be admired, building more homes here in Taupo than any other house builder extraordinaire. Don't trust anybody else, folks. You don't know what they're like. You don't know their records. You might hear of a name, think they're good. They're only a franchise. They don't own it. Penny Homes own it. Remember that. They started here in Taupo. They are Taupo, and we love them. You will as well. Penny Homes, homes to be admired.
All right, update for MX3 Race 2 is in the books. It's a win again for Preda Boone. Callum Dodson going to come home in second place. Jamie Bennett rounding out that podium. A fabulous repeat podium from race number 1. Thomas Robinson going to get home in fourth place ahead of Darren Capel. So that's a fifth for Capes. Then we go to Trent Kelly, who comes home in sixth place ahead of Harrison Chisholm. So let's cross the Neil, who'll do our MX3 podium.
All right, MX3 podium. It is a repeat of podium number 1, but I don't think it's really a reflection on the fact that it was a stale mate. Far from it. These guys are just riding so well. Third place, Jamie Bennett. Let's have him up here. So well done to Jamie. We'll take an opportunity to catch up with Jamie today. Jamie, what's inspired your riding to be as good as it is at the moment? How are you feeling?
Oh, it's just the love for the sport, eh? I just really like riding my dirt bike. It's, I come home from the hostel on the weekends and all I want to do is ride my dirt bike. And that's how I got better, so yeah.
Hey, mate, speaking about the hostel, how about that sheep shearing, mate? That is something absolutely awesome. Are you the best high school in New Zealand?
Yeah. Oh, no, we're not the best high school. Fielding one this year, but yeah, getting there next year. Next year we'll have it for the shearing, yeah.
Mate, there he is, a sheep shearer extraordinaire as well as a motocross rider. How cool. Second place to Callum Dudson. Well done to Callum. Here's another guy on the scene. Callum, first of all, what inspires you to come and do motocross? Is it still just the love of the dirt? How do you feel about it?
No, my mate already entered and then I felt a bit stink if I didn't come with him.
Feeling guilty? Is it just a roadie, is it?
Yeah, no, it feels all good. Yeah, just come for a bit of fun. Yeah.
So what's Taupo like today out there?
It's pretty rough, yeah.
Do you like it rough? Is that what suits you, do you think?
Don't know.
How are you earning second place? Like, come on, you're a bit modest, aren't you?
Cross country. I race cross country, yeah. So I just come to mix it up, yeah.
Good on you. I was waiting for you to tell me that line. What do you think of that sprint series events?
Yeah, no, it was pretty good, eh? Yeah, it's good fun, yeah.
Great, well done, good to see you. Here. There is Callum Dudson, of course, that's good, right. And here's our winner, Preda Boone, who's back up here again in our MX2 lineup. First of all, Preda, you said about the, you like the new bike, some awesome A-Stars gear you got here as well. Is this part of the new kit?
Yeah, it is. Just matching the colour.
Yeah, got to be the matching colour. What's enjoyable about Taupo today?
The competition and, riding the bike.
Right, you've been doing some training?
Yes.
How much?
Not very much.
So you still go to school, don't you?
Yeah, I am.
So what? After school, do you get a ride in a couple of times a week? How much do you balance between training and school time? Not too much? Oh, okay, all right, good on you, mate. You get up there and deserve it. Well done. So there it is, our very good podium today for this MX3 class today. There are 3 young guys all making it happen in our sport. Callum, as he said, a very good cross-country rider. Been doing top stuff in that scene, as well as Preda, our young 15-year-old from New Plymouth. And here he is, the sheep shearer from Ratahi, and Jamie Bennett, the schoolboy from Palmy. Good on you guys. Give them a round of applause, folks. 2 of them are still going to school. Loving it. Yeah, the fans cheering as well. Thank you.